Hello everybody, what's up? My name's RapidCat45 here, and today we're reviewing the GameCube. I mean the Wii. Yeah, you may not be aware, but the Wii is actually internally very similar to the GameCube, which we will get onto. Yeah, the old Wii. So, obviously, this thing took market by storm when it was released, and if you didn't own one of these, that's impressive. But yeah, this was a big deal. And then obviously the Wii U was. I thought it was a good console, but obviously it wasn't like superior to the other ones, which makes sense. Yeah, so, anyway, this one's the white one. They also came in black, red, and blue. The white one's the most common. Yeah, that's it. So anyways, first, let's go ahead and talk about the GameCube thing, since I made a joke about that, I guess, kind of. The GameCube thing, as you may know, like I just said, is that this is actually fairly similar to the GameCube hardware, to the point where there's actually like a GameCube built into this thing. So that's right. So basically, plug your GameCube controller in this. Thwomp. I have no idea if that's first or fourth. It's fourth. My bad. So thwomp, right there, right? Look at that. GameCube is in. Just kind of move that out of the way. And memory card. Thwunk. Yeah. There's a GameCube literally built into the thing, so that's cool. I believe you can put GameCube games in there. I have yet to do that. Mainly because I have a GameCube. But I don't know if it actually reads GameCube games or not, but yeah, so that's basically what the top is. Normally there's like little flaps at the top. I don't have those, but that covers that and makes it look neat or something. Yeah, so buttons on the thing. You got your eject, you got your power, your reset. I didn't even know the Wii had a reset button. I don't know, that surprised me. Got our sync for our controllers, because we have wireless controllers now, and I believe that's an SD card spot. Yes, that is a SD card spot. And then your games go there, and it says Wii there, and got your ports on the back, like your USB, your Wii sensor bar. Ooh, we'll be getting onto that in a minute. DC, and then like the output, and yeah. That's about it. And then we got rubber pads on the side, because you can lay it down on its side or not on its side. Most people had this whole thing, because it came with it. But look, now it's slanted. I don't know. I kind of like the look of this more, actually. Kind of back it up so you can see it all the way, or not. It's cool. Donk. See? So we're going to take that off just so you can't see that. Going on display, I have this just because it's angled and it looks neat or something like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the controller. Yeah. The controller itself actually weighs like nothing. But when it has batteries, obviously the weight of the batteries is kind of really the bulk of the weight, because the controller is not that much, I just realized, because there are no batteries in this controller. But yeah, as you can tell, there are significantly less buttons on this compared to the GameCube controller. You have your D-pad, you have your on, or your power button, not for the controller, but for the system. You can turn it on and off through that. You got your A button, plus, minus, home, which means the home menu, and 1 and 2, oh wait, sorry, and B on the back there. Yes, so, as you can tell, that's a lot less, there's a lot less buttons. And it's so bad that we don't have joysticks on it. None. Zero, zip, nothing. Yeah. They made quite a few colors for the Wii remote. Obviously, you had the 4 colors that stayed at the beginning: white, black, blue, red, for your consoles. But I think they had a gold one for The Legend of Zelda. And then they had a pink one, I do believe. Yeah, I think they had a pink one. And then they had a ton of, like, character-themed ones. But this is the only kind I have is white. I have 3 white ones. I kid you not. No other color. Another thing is, some of them have Wii Motion Plus inside, and some of them don't. And basically what that was is it's a better, like, Wii, the better, wavy controls. That's all I got, motion controls. So yes, this one says it does. If that doesn't have that there, it doesn't have it. Luckily, they make giant extenders that you can slam into the back of these things. And they're pretty big. So, I mean, if they can fit it in this controller, that's the same size as the other controllers, then I don't see why it has to be, like, the size of Mars. But, I'm not the one that made it. Yeah, so that's kind of it. And then, and there's also a sensor here, which goes into your Wii sensor bar, which I don't have handy on me. I do have one. Sorry, it's kind of dirty. There you go, look, now it's not dirty. Maybe. Yeah, there you go, look, reflection, that was dirty. Yeah, so, you can wave that at your Wii bar, and then it senses it, and then it, like, moves it according to the screen and stuff, which is kind of neat. It's always funny to hold your Wii remote upside down, because there's like, in the home screen, there's a little pointer thing that kind of does this, and if you hold it upside down, it goes like that, and it's funny. Other than that, there's no use to holding it upside down. Now, these fellas had these, which is like a glove, I guess. But yeah, you could slide it in there, and if you dropped it, it wouldn't take as much damage. It's also easier to hold, because it's kind of gripped. Some people don't like these. I kind of do. I like the feeling a little bit more. Yeah, then, this thing doesn't stay in there, which it's supposed to, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I rather like these, gloves, so, yeah. Now, because of the lack of buttons, there are many attachments made for this type of controller. First up is the actual nub, which is kind of nice. So basically, it's got this little thing at the end, right? You can slam it into this little port at the end. And like that, you are now capable of, yes, that is right, we have joystick now, and a C and Z button. So now, we have almost as many buttons as the GameCube controller. We're just missing another stick, but this basically acts as your A, B. Oh no, we still don't have as many buttons. Right, so, yeah, it's still less buttons, but, it's still a good amount. You got, your A, B, X, Y, technically, and then you got your stick, and then your D-pad, and your A, and your B. Yeah, see, look, A, B, X, Y, C, Z, joystick. So we're just missing one other joystick, really. Plus, minus, and home, obviously, are extra than that, so really just missing a second joystick at that point, but, you have to buy this thingy, and, who am I kidding? It looks ridiculous. Yeah, so, I had to buy one of those, which is cool. But don't worry, we still had other things to slam in the back of these. This is a modern GameCube controller. Yeah, so yet again, you put this in the back because they didn't put a spot for you to put batteries in it, so it just runs off of that, which is kind of annoying because now I've got this wire thingy. But yeah, so now it's basically just a more modern GameCube, and so yeah, plus minus home. I got these, except for you have 2 bumpers now, and other than that, it's basically just a GameCube controller that you can use for Smash Bros. If you like a GameCube controller, it's really more for the Wii U, because obviously you can slam a, I don't know why I keep saying slam, but you can just put a GameCube controller in there. Except for some of the Wii's actually, later on, when you didn't actually have the GameCube port, which is weird. I don't know why they got rid of it. I think it was slightly cheaper or something like that, but you know, slightly cheaper. Wonderful. What else do we got? Oh, yes. Discs are no longer the size of pebbles, but are now, like, actually a full-size disc. So that's neat. Because now we can actually hold a lot more storage into our games. Sorry, my nail. Yeah, so yeah, so this has a lot more. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say about this thing. It's a glorified GameCube. It's a GameCube with motion controls. Obviously, the graphics have been improved a little bit, but and obviously it needs a lot more power to run the old motion and you know, slightly improved graphics. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. You know, you get your. I mean, if you don't know about this thing, then we got other problems. But yeah, I want to. Okay, I kind of do want to talk about this a little bit more because I believe there's still more attachments that you can actually throw into the back of this thing. I'm trying to think. You got your nunchuck, which we saw, the GameCube controller. There's gotta be more. I can't think of any, but there are some funny ones. Funny attachments, actually. You can take this glove off. I don't have any of these, unfortunately. But for Wii Sports, you could have like a golf club looking thing that you could attach onto it, and you got a tennis racket thing you can attach to it. That look rather funny and are amusing. Yeah. The motion controls are alright. Yeah, I forgot to talk about those a ton of them, that they're there. Motion controls are alright. They're not the best, but, you know. Some games did use them. I believe Call of Duty used them. That was dumb. I don't know, because I don't have it, but I think I saw, like, a gameplay of it one time, and it made me cry a little. I think if you have, like, the GameCube controller like I showed you, or a GameCube controller that you can just put in the top there, I think you can play it like a normal game. But I'm not sure. Obviously, this doesn't really matter because that's not what we're talking about. This did have Wi-Fi. There were some games that used it, obviously. Like, I'm trying to think of some. Call of Duty actually did. There were, obviously, there's other games. I think Smash Bros. You could play online and stuff. Smash Bros. Obviously was returned on this. Returned on the Wii. Yeah, I mean, it ran all of your stuff pretty nice. I don't think there's really any problem with this, honestly. Other than it was, you know, significantly underpowered compared to the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 4, or the PlayStation 3. While the GameCube was actually more powerful than the PlayStation 2 was. But then again, because it's basically just a glorified GameCube, it doesn't have the ability to run that kind of stuff. So obviously graphics were not as good if you were comparing that to an Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. But I mean, everyone had one, so obviously they did something right. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's a Wii. That's all it is. It's a Wii. It's a Wii.